Now again, it doesn't have to be exactly, but like it's a pretty good measurement to kind of rely on. Adding a plane with solidify, and so what I'm going to do with this plane is to check the proportion of the face. So basically for the eyes, for the face, it should somewhat like 5 eyes wide. It doesn't have to be exact, but that's kind of like the rough measurement. So here I'm just readjusting the face, grabbing the eyes just a little bit to the middle, just a little bit. I'm moving this part down. So here also the white of the nose kind of like lined up, or like the tear duct. Now again, it doesn't have to be exactly, but like it's a pretty good measurement to kind of rely on. And then so here I'm just checking for the middle of the face, which should be like the eyeball roughly. And then so here I'm basically splitting into like 3 parts. Then I'm going to use these planes to check the length of the face. And then so here I'm splitting this part into 3 parts, and then I'm gonna move the mouth down. So basically it should be like in that line that I used to measure the where the mouth should be. And then after that you can just delete the planes, because I only needed them to do measurement. So here I still have the box for the measurement. Yeah, so just do more adjustment and more refinement to the face. And so here with the hair as well, I made just a little bit of refining on the blockout of the hair. Now the hair is still a blockout. I will definitely create the actual hair later on. For now, just using this hair to visualize the head and the face. Yeah, so this angle of the nose kind of like make the nose looks more feminine, rather than if you have the kind of like the tip of the nose lower, it usually looks more masculine. So basically just make the tip of the nose just a little bit like upward, following that angle. I think it helps to make the character more feminine. Yeah, so here I'm adding more refining to the face. So here I'm just using a curve object and was creating another curve object with a circle curve object, and then I'm going to just scale it like this. And here I'm going to the bevel setting, and then I'm going to use the circle as the bevel for the curve like this. And then here I'm going to start placing this curve object here. Just scale it up a little bit here, trying to place it in the position. So here I'm basically trying to kind of put the pivot point to the root of the hair, and then here I'm just trying to match the blockout hair. Yeah, so here I'm just subdividing the curve here, trying to match the hair blockout like this. You can use the min tilt to kind of like rotate like the bevel for the curve like this. Yeah, and then I forgot if I already talked about this or not, but you can probably see basically like restoring the shortcut for the grab for the transform for the transform shortcuts. Yeah, so yeah, basically I turn off. Yeah, so here I'm trying to match the flow on the back here, and basically what I'm trying to do overall is just kind of like trace the form of the hair blockout. And then for the bottom part here I'm doing basically improvisation.
この講座はColosoで日本語字幕付きで受講可能。詳細は概要欄からチェック。